I got up a little too early and now I'm thinking, okay, I should look up the presenters, do all of those best practice kind of things to prepare for going to the conference. I'm really excited. I think I'm going to meet interesting people, learn some new stuff, and I am teaching 3 classes as well, which I think will be really good. I spent a lot of time on them. Wordstock 2023. People here, Dave Chesson and Barbara O'Neill, and I mean, how cool is that? So I at least have to say hello, ask some questions. So that is the goal for today. Also, I have my Starbucks, which is good because it's early. Yes, you are going to be famous today. So Ed from my writing group is here at the writing conference as well. So how's all your pitching going for your book?
Well, I've had one pitch and it went very well. I had a lot of fun.
Nice. I feel like pitching a book is something that's particularly intimidating, but you've done it several times, right?
Yes, I'm to where I actually enjoy it. So I love meeting people and getting to tell about my stories. So,
do you have any advice for anybody who would be pitching their own work at something like this?
Well, yeah, not to take it to heart, because to try to get a great exact match for your story to an agent is not always very easy. But one thing you should always ask them at the end is if they don't want your book, do they know somebody else within their staff that might want to look at your book?
That's really helpful, practical advice that I would not have thought of. So that's great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Hey, so I'm here with Nikki with the Better Faster Academy. So, hey, so could you tell us a little bit about the main ideas that you would love to get across at this conference that you want authors to know?
Just in general?
Yeah.
Okay. Gosh, that's a big question. Give me 2 seconds. I think the big takeaway that I had from my talk was that the perfect plan you can't implement is always inferior to the imperfect plan you can. And the summary of that is that so many people feel that they do everything right this second, and that can be extremely overwhelming. And so everyone's trying to do everything, and they say they have this great plan. They've got a list of 1,000 items, and then they're upset that they can't do it. And it's like, stick with the stuff you can do what you can, and be kind to yourself with the stuff you can't.
First question, starting with you, Dave, since you're last to the stage. Please tell us one thing you did as a kid that has paid off in your adult life.
Okay, well, when I was a kid, my dad's job bounced us across the globe. Once we were in France and visited Euro Disney. Boy. I still have nightmares of Goofy wearing a beret and Donald Duck reciting Jean-Paul Sartre while smoking a cigarette. Those nightmares fuel my drive to succeed and to avoid theme parks.
Barbara, same question.
I rode BMX bikes competitively between 1983 and 1985 and made the cover of Freestyling magazine twice. The fame got me my first agent. Even today, I get people coming up to me and saying, "Hey, are you BMX Barb?"
And Bob, name something for us that you've brought into your adult life that you learned as a young one.
When I was in high school, my first legit job, I shoveled poop. And I always thought it really prepared me for working in Hollywood.
So Sierra, from Dave, a story about horrible theme parks. From Barb, a BMX past. And from Bob Craze, Poop Show. Who's telling the truth?
I believe you, Bob, and I empathize.
Hey, so now I am back from the conference. It's actually Tuesday, so I've been back for a couple days. I have allergies, so if my nose looks a little red or whatever, that's what's going on. I didn't get sick or anything from the conference. Sorry about the audio quality of that video. There were so many incredible experiences that I had at the Pikes Peak Writing Conference, Pikes Peak Writers Conference, pardon me, this year, that I wish I had taken more pictures, I had taken more video. I mean, I just felt so lucky to be able to meet the people that I met. All the presenters were amazing. There were just movers and shakers in the industry and people who were working on their first books and were super excited, and there was just a wonderful, friendly, positive energy. I felt like I was just about to explode when I came home with just excitement, and the feedback I got was so overwhelmingly good. I started to I think my head just grew 3 sizes that day because my classes got rave reviews, and I sold a bunch of Laertes books, and it was just really, really wonderful, the connections that I made, and I took a ton of notes. Even the keynote speeches, which I did not capture. You guys saw the kind of game that they played during one of the meals, were fabulous. The standout for me was Robert Crace. His whole speech was really incredible, but at one point I actually started crying because he talked about just the love that you need to have for stories and books and how much they need to impact your life in order for you to want to do that as a career and to pass that on to other people. And it really got me. He had all these stories about how those who were going through cancer treatments, or he even had a signing and a reading scheduled for 9/11, 9/11 2001, and he wasn't gonna go. He was like, absolutely not, I'm not going to give this kind of lighthearted speech on a day that's so terrible. And the bookstore kept reaching out and saying, please, everybody's just begging you to not cancel this, because this is an escape for people. This is to thank you for giving them a place to go in situations where everything seems bleak. There's this beautiful place for books and novels. And so anyway, he said it very eloquently, and I was so incredibly encouraged. Sierra London had a marketing class that was fantastic, and I'm going to revamp my marketing strategy, which has never been very strategic, so that's positive. But I can't say enough about the Pikes Peak Writers Conference. If you're able to go, it's in Colorado Springs. It's always at the end of April. It's going to be Roaring 20s themed next year, which if you've read Laertes, I'm a fan of that whole vibe. So I'm gonna sign off, but it was great. Hopefully some of the people that I met there will stay in touch, and I'll have a chance to talk at other conferences. That would be really great. And I get better at vlogging, so one day I'll get better at vlogging, and when I do, hopefully you'll be there. So that's it. Until next week. Bye.